Good on YouTube. So here with another episode of our weekly roundup slash analysis. Just gonna dive straight into the indexes, commodities, and also cryptocurrencies. Um, so yeah, we're just gonna start off with the dollar index. Take a quick look at that. See if there's any new zones that have appeared. Just gonna rattle through all these pretty quickly, to be honest. Um, been a pretty challenging week, I'd say. Quite a few losers, but also a few good winners as well to balance things out. One of the things in trading, you can't always have a winning week, contrary contrary to popular belief. Um, but yeah, let's have a look here. We've got the 4 hour time frame. Have a look at the 8 hour time frame. Nothing there. 3 hour, potentially a zone right in here on the dollar index. Some new supply. Let's have a quick look in the zone and see if we've had any retesting. So yeah, you can see here the price is already tried to leave, come back, collected more orders, and then dumped. So this is not a zone that we're gonna take, but that's all good. Next zone is this hour, the 4 hour demand zone, further below. Just gonna double check with that zone actually to make sure that price is can't go to 2 minute, 5 minute, okay. Yeah, so we've had a nice clean break of that. So that's a really good 4 hour demand zone actually. One where I would imagine price will dip into and rebound off it. Hourly time frame, it's just now consolidating, so nothing really to be said there. Into gold, price has still not come back down to our demand zones. Obviously, we're at all-time highs, so there's no real. I mean, there's obviously supply above because there will be people trying to sell, but we're on a pretty steady bull run since start 2023. Well, you could say actually further back, but it started kind of consolidated for about a year, and then we started going again. So really, we're on a pretty big bull run, to be fair, but nothing really showing any signs of this stopping anytime soon. So this zone here, not one we're going to take, as we have already retested the area. You'll be able to see here on the 1 minute time frame. Price has gone out and retested and then gone already. So I'm going to take that yellow off. But we're going to keep it on the hourly, just for potential profit taking areas if we get a supply zone higher up. Silver, just going to remove that yellow highlight. That was from the London session this morning. Again, nothing really here that's of interest to us. That 3 hour zone just kind of looks like it's a bit of a pullback rather than anything, and then price already retested it anyway. And what about in here? This is the 3 hour zone. I made a mistake there. Yeah, zone is far too big for us to take that. Platinum, so fired into this 2 hour zone. This was actually a loss for us, but price obviously decided to take some stops out and then completely reverse. So this is very common thing to happen, but I don't like widening my stops because I want price to turn at the area where I think there are orders, where there should be enough orders to make the market turn. So I don't think to myself in hindsight, oh, I need to put my stop loss above the high because then that completely ruins my risk to reward. Just going to move this 50-minute zone here because really the take profit area for this one would be down here. So it can go from a 4 hour trade to a 10 hour trade. So that is, I suppose, one of the downsides to being very picky with my stop losses and wanting price to turn at specific areas. But you're kind of trading what you want to see in the market, not what the market is giving you, if that makes sense. It's kind of a difficult one to describe because if I don't see what I think needs to happen for me to get a good risk reward, then I'm not going to sort of put that type of trade on. So for me, the reason I'm picking these areas is because that's where I think price is going to turn. So why do I think I need to have a stop loss much higher up? Because then it's just randomness. I think, oh, price is going to turn up here maybe, but to me that doesn't make sense because I want price to turn at the areas that I've selected rather than hoping for it to turn just because I've increased my stop loss size. So if that kind of makes sense, that's my thought process around it. Into palladium, so we've got a nice bounce from this 4 hour zone. I do have this take profit way, way further up. Would have rather price done, if I get the tool, I always forget which one it is, rather price going like this and then up on another leg. Because quite often, because this is downtrending, this could just be another leg to go downside before going up again. But got to stick to the plan. That is the risks of trading. So we'll just see. Moving in here, hourly time frame. Yeah, there's nothing really above that piques my interest for any supply. That's why we've got it so much further up. I believe it's up and around this area for take profit. So it could be a massive winning trade, or could lose. But plenty of times I've seen these just go on when there's no real supply above. Plenty of times I've seen them do this. Because if you look at the higher time frame, this is our next level of real. I should say there, sorry, real supply on the daily time frame. So kind of really looking for a bit of a bull run on palladium, hopefully matching what gold has done. Because here, is that monthly? So here, you've probably got a lot of buyers in the market here. One price to push back up again. So you never know. What we could do is we go all the way up and then all the way back down again. So we shall see. Let's remove all these drawings. Okay. To crude oil, or Brent crude oil, I took a loss on this one as well, which is unfortunate, but that's okay. Part of the rules of trading. So it's actually a really clean move as well. I did think we were probably going to bounce from here. Generally speaking, I'd say this is more of a high probability setup, as you've got a nice kind of leg in, nice basing, and a nice leg out. Probably this did not turn because people were probably looking at this as a whole. Sorry, let me delete that. Looking at it like this as a drop, base drop, and obviously because that leg out is not being very strong, people probably thought, oh, we're just going to fire straight through that, and all the orders are no longer there. But the reason I took the trade was because this hourly zone had enough what we call like free space between old price action. So it was a completely new move, in my opinion. So we went with the trade, but that's okay. Okay, and there's nothing really else on this chart. Natural gas, not really looking at this market at the moment. The S&P, the American indexes haven't been really that favourable to trade over the past sort of month or two. A lot of their zones have been very choppy, and I'm not sure if that's just because of the elections coming up, the obviously events that happened with Trump, the debate and things like that, and I think people are kind of jostling to get into position for those different volatile market changes. So they've not had the cleanest of moves. And at the moment, there's nothing for us on these. A lot of these large wicks as well, which kind of cause a lot of issues for us when we're trading supply and demand, because all the zones are very, what's the word for it? Become very choppy and not very consistent. So, if say for example this was a really nice and neat zone, because this wick has come down here, none of the other price action has gone down this far to that bottom of that wick. It kind of tells me that orders are actually underneath, like here, for price to push that far up. So leaving the US markets now, because it's not been great. Still double check the US 30. Nothing on there. The Russell though has a good zone down here, so we'll keep an eye on that. And is there a zone forming here? Potentially, but again, you'll see there's a lot of price action left of this, so it's not got the look of up, base, down. It's kind of got this grind, base, down. So, again, not amazing. Canadian index, hourly zone further down, probably quite a good one. Might get a bounce here. Got a gap in the market to fill, and then lower down as well. Down here is a good zone, the 3-hour zone. Into the DAX, nothing on the DAX at the moment either. And to the Bund, this demand zone further down is nice and clean, so we'll wait for price to get down there. Obviously this 12-hour zone failed, but probably because it's already been retested. Because I think I did say in a previous video that I thought price from this 12-hour zone, price was going to go like this and then go down through our 4-hour demand. So the 4-hour demand obviously was a lot of demand, which is always nice to see, so picking the right zones. To the FTSE, it's actually a 5-minute zone that I wasn't watching the charts, unfortunately. We would have actually got a really, really nice trade on this in the London session, but I wasn't watching the chart. And our target probably would have been the highs of this hourly. So just in here before this candle wick here. So that would have been a nice 7-hour, but sometimes you win, sometimes you don't, because you aren't always on the ball. And that's just the way it is. And didn't enter the trade after the fact either, because that's just a recipe for disaster, to be honest. Again, just this hourly zone further down below. I'm a bit wary of this zone below though. We're either going to go like this and grind into it. Oops, not like that. Do that and dip into it and then just go, because price is like tried to go, but it's not, because it's not maybe got all the orders to go. Or it'll just go like this and just sink through it, because this could be forming. Oops, like that. This could be forming weekly supply, and just do that, and then we've got a seller's market. However, we will soon find out. We'll either break lower, take all the stops out that are trying to make the market go higher, or and then we'll then actually have a really good trade, or we'll just sink below. So we'll see. One of these things. Into the Japanese market, the Nikkei. So tried to buy off this demand. Again, did not work out too well for us. In hindsight, probably wasn't actually a trade, because I know you're thinking, oh, you're not even sticking to your own rules, but such is life. This is what trading does to you. But not to worry. So yeah, you can see here price starting to come back and retested it because I thought, oh, it's a daily zone. Normally they're a little bit stronger, potentially going to have more orders, but didn't go our way. That's okay though. And at the moment we're bouncing from an hourly demand, but we're not one we're taking because you can see price already retested. Further up, there is no real supply yet. This could turn into let's see, more like a pivot. It's not quite a supply zone. Kind of, you know how it's instead of going sideways, it's gone kind of like a flag, which isn't always the best because the price is accelerated from the top of the flag. You can see that's where it's dumped from. So to me, that means orders are higher up, and the orders high up have probably already been taken. Okay, we'll move on. There's the 3 hour zone further down though, but again, I think that's already been tested, hasn't it? Yeah, oh, it's only just come back to retest. It's not, and it accelerated quite far away from it. It didn't just go up, down, and into the area. It's kind of just gone up, kissed it, and then gone. So that is one we'll actually keep on the chart. Okay, moving on to Aussie. Nothing here for us. I mean, this was probably, when did that hit? Last night. This was probably a zone if it's gone far enough. 190. Yeah, and if it went to the 1 minute time frame, oh yeah, this was good. That's a shame. Nice distribution, nice leg away, nice leg up. So yeah, we've missed that trade. That's my fault. I should have put that on last night, and given it to the group, but I was busy last night, so I couldn't get on the charts. And then our take profit will be down here. So if price does come back to this area, I'd sell it again because it's only just touched it. Let's see into the Euro stocks. Nothing here, just an hourly zone below. Very, very small hourly zone though, so need to be very careful with that, especially when there's daily demand below. Price could just go like this, shoot through that, and then bounce from here. Okay. Nothing on that chart of interest. The CAC, so the French index, again, just consolidating, nothing happening there. Italian index tried to come down, didn't quite get there. Nothing else on this chart either. I bet that was an okay zone this morning that's bounced. No, it's not. Never mind. Swiss index, just this demand further below. Nothing else to look at. Spanish index taking a nice bounce from the demand zone, so currently up 5R on that trade. We're going for new highs, so our take profit is much further up, so looking for an 11R on that trade. Dutch index, nothing on here. That's probably a zone down below though, where there's been a gap. Yes, it's not bad. It's not amazing, but it's not bad. Because of this sort of grinding effect into the zone and then out, we'd ideally want more steep action, like I've said before. Hong Kong index, nothing on here. Singapore index, rattled right through it. One of the reasons that's rattled through it we've got new supply in the market right here. Not to worry, we keep moving, and then that's all the indexes we're going to look at today. Crypto, Bitcoin. At the moment, there's no meaningful supply above, which is kind of annoying for me because I was really wanting to get in down here at 53k, but that's right, there'll always be more opportunity at some point. See if this is some decent supply. Very choppy, so it's more this whole area is where people have jostled to get in. Probably not going to see a bounce from there. And you could do, but like very unlikely to get a good bounce from that. At the moment, Bitcoin looks like it's just going to continue, unless there's some sort of form of shock in the market where price then will push it down and push through here. Whenever there's generally bad news and there's demand below, if it's not at a new low, it'll probably go right through that demand and then get new demand below lows. So that's something to consider as well. But I don't really pay attention to news, so it's too much to sort of handle. I'd rather just trade the chart rather than trading news, because the news you've probably got is already second hand anyway. Let's see, Ethereum. Same here, there's not really anything substantial on this chart. Nope. XRP. This had a nice bounce from. Why is it doing that? Oh, that's why. From daily demand here. Really pushed high actually. I'm very surprised because it's been kind of just like a bit of a dead market most of the time. Cool. For nothing really here either for me to look at. Cardano is having that good bounce from that weekly. To be honest with you, a lot of the coins though have really good demand much lower down. So a lot of the altcoins, you'd rather honestly just come down, take lows, and then ping because you get, I mean, the percentages to be made are ridiculous to be honest. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm pretty sure Bitcoin's chart looked like this back in 2017 to 2020 or something, where it went new highs, came down, went sideways, tried to go up, came back down, took new lows, and then went. Let's actually double check and see if that is true. I can't really remember on the top of my head. So new highs, came down, grinded down, went up, came down, didn't take new lows. However, because it kind of tried to came all the way back down anyway, and then absolutely legged it. Because the altcoins are so much more volatile than Bitcoin, which is quite funny to say because Bitcoin is so volatile, you could see massive sinking in price after price rallying and then just dumping and then going. It's all very speculative, but there is nice demand below in a lot of these altcoins, below the current lows. Let's have a look at some of the kind of bigger coins. So BNB, I can't believe Binance Coin is up here, to be honest. I think it's absolutely obscene. Solana, that's also been a good one. Let's have a look here. So Cardano, it's got better demand below the lows, so we could see price go up. Or this is the exact pattern of Bitcoin, isn't it? Up to new high, down, couldn't quite reach the low, and then goes, but we'll see. Let's keep going. We'll just quickly run through these. That's out of bounce. That's probably trying to have a bounce. It's actually there though, so I already did bounce off it. Probably not much demand left. Bounced off that demand. Nothing here. Nothing. 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 I don't even know what that's on there. Let's have a look here. Has it come down to the demand yet? Let's try to. Nothing. Uniswap demand is further below. Litecoin, not great. Pepe, Matic. So this is the zone. Price is kind of bouncing off it. I think that's probably just going to go rattle straight through it. Nothing on that. This is actually bounced really nicely off the demand. If you're probably wondering, I've not actually looked at these charts for a really long time. So the reason, so I used to place my demand or supply zones on the close of the bodies, but I've changed it to the full where price action has gone to. So that is actually a new part of my strategy because it means I'm not missing trades that should be in, and it also means that the push away from the zone has to be even stronger than I used to look at. So it's taken away trades that potentially didn't actually have that strong of a push. So Bitcoin Cash, that's doing really nice actually. How much up percent is that up? 28%, that's pretty good. Tron, I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what half these are actually. Polkadot or Dot. Just bouncing from this. Link or Chainlink, what do you want to call it? Demand much further down. Avalanche, getting a bounce from here. This demand. Toncoin again. This needs to go up here. I've not looked at these in months. Doge, nothing. Floki, nothing. They're just crap, and nothing on that. And that is the crypto roundup as well. So, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how you're getting on. Yeah, have a good day.